It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
All right, next up is Billy. He says, before I learned about the financial order of operations, my wife and I paid off our house in May 2020, and we were both 36 years old. I feel so bad missing the great bull market years when we were paying off our house. Should I feel this way?
Here's what's beautiful. There are so many paths to wealth. I know tons of folks who they found Dave and his structure and strategy, and they got out of their debt. They paid off their house in 7 years, and they had their house paid off in their early 30s because that's what they thought was the best decision. That was what they thought was best for them. And they have still been absolutely able to build wealth and be incredibly financially successful. There is no one finite 100%, this is the only way to do it, this is the only way to build wealth, strategy to building wealth. So I would say, Billy, I would actually flip that and say, you're 36 years old, you paid off your house in May of 2020, that's incredible. You're a 36-year-old who has exhibited the discipline to pay off your mortgage and to actually own your home. That's amazing. I would not start backtracking, thinking through, oh, well, did I optimize or did I not optimize or should I have done something different? I would use that to say, okay, now that I've done that and I can't go back in time and change it, how can I take that discipline and hone that discipline in to continue on my wealth building journey? I think that's one of the things that's really different about us, Brian, is that we're not so stodgy and stringent that we say it's our way or the highway. That's just not the way it is when it comes to building wealth.
Yeah, I want to do a clarification because I know that there are a lot of people who would be like, well, because this is the false straw man argument that I hear people make is like, well, should I go take a loan and put that money in the market? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Look, unfortunately, real estate has lots of friction costs. You know, if you go refinance and do other things, there are going to be costs associated with that, and two wrongs don't make a right. So if you've gotten this, and by the way, wrong might be a little heavy-handed because you should be commended for the discipline. Yes, maybe it's not a complete maximization, but you're way ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. So let's, instead of worrying about the sunk cost fallacy of the decisions of the past, let's see how we optimize for the future. I kind of like, you kind of need to, now that you're already in the head start position, if you have no debt in your life, that's so much discipline that I bet you can save a large percentage of your income for the future. But you need to know what is actually necessary for your goals. And then this is one of the things, if you go to learn.moneyguy.com, we actually have a course called What's Your Number? Or Know Your Number is the official. What's your number? Know your number. Come on. We're all playing horseshoes here, guys. But if you will go check this out, because I think that you need to have a purpose of knowing, well, how much of my income do I need to be saving? Am I at that 25%? Am I potentially even lower than that? Or do I want to retire earlier? You know, you need to have some purpose for what your dollars are doing for you. And I at least think if you have that, because one of the things I'm very proud of is that we actually have built into the tool the ability to kind of know what is saving an extra few $100s more, or maybe if I take a little bit off the top, what that means. So you'll actually know what you're saving for, to kind of get that purpose all figured out and honed in for you, so you can maximize every dollar that comes into your control.
And I think you should feel proud. Yeah. I don't think that you should be like downtrodden on yourself for being in an amazing financial situation. He put in here, Brian, 36 years old, paid off in May, and I think they have $800,000 in their investment portfolio.
Yeah, that's a win.
You are crushing it. You're doing an awesome, awesome, awesome job. Keep doing that. You are going to be financially independent. You're going to be able to do all the things that you want to do, even if you did not optimize every step of the way. I think you should be proud, and I think that, you know, if you were here, I'd give you a high five because I think it's awesome.
I mean, one of the things I'll share from my own experience, is that I've made a lot of financial mistakes, and I'm still successful. It sounds like the exact same thing's going on for Billy. And I already made the joke that I was playing the game of horseshoes. Really, finances are that way. You don't have to hit the bullseye on everything you do. You just need to get enough of the things, enough of the incremental decisions right, that when you stack them all up, the momentum of critical mass has been reached. And by the way, Billy, paid off house, close to 7 figures in liquid portfolio.
Not even
Bravo,
40 years old
man,
yet.
that's crushing it. That's definitely a financial mutant.